Hello everyone, I decided to make this video
really
in
need to pick
case
an
it may
upgrade.
give some help to other players
Non-painful one.
to improve their aiming and other stuff in the game. Now I want to mention about the most important game parameters in the game, which most of you probably already know. It's mouse sensitivity and ADS mouse sensitivity part. So this is a very personal settings. It changes for everyone. This is our comfort zone. So if we just copy paste the numbers of pro players values here, it may not work. Possibly it won't work because they have long training hours and long experience, and it's all about muscle memory, etc. such stuff. So for the gamers like me, lazy gamers, why do I say lazy? Because I don't control my mouse with my arm. I just use my wrist and very little portion of my mouse pad, like few very little movements, mouse movements on my screen. The reason for that is we already have developed our muscle memory, especially for the ones who have been using computer like more than 10 years. In ordinary daily tasks, we click on our folders on our desktop, such stuff. Anyway, now so how can we find the proper the question is what should be this value? This is the problem we have to solve. What should be the exact number or closest value to my already developed muscle memory? What should be these settings, these values for me? This would be different for your case or for other person case. I will explain it in the next part of the video. We are going to be using AimLab to assist us to find out these numbers and how. Now this mouse sensitivity and ADS mouse sensitivity parameters are important. Okay, we got this part. And this in video settings part, this field of view, this is also related about our comfort zone. If we can see the target properly at a distance, whatever the distance is, this is also related with about our resolution and field of view. All of these values are correlated with each other. Also this mouse settings value as well. When you change this field of view settings, then you have to recalibrate these values as well, because your field of view has changed, which means you will be doing more or less movement, mouse movement for this specific field of view value. Now let's keep it like this, and for example, now I'm shooting at some static targets. think about this. Think about it as a real case scenario. There's a fight in here in this region, and there are some players. Just imaginary. Imagine the fight situation in your mind. There's an enemy. There's a fight ongoing here, and on your left, and straight forward. So we should be able to flick our mouse immediately to respond. So our response time is important as well. We should be quick enough to switch in between these targets. So this is a moving target, just one shot. This is a little simple practice. This is all about switch targets fast and try to hit. Just now, without any time loss, I should be able to hit a target. Okay, whatever. One bullet is enough. Later we will be discussing about weapon mechanics as well. Just one hit would be enough. This is just for aim practicing part. Now, so when this is a comfortable field of view settings for me, 104. Now let's have a look at what happens when we lower it. Now I can see targets closer, but you see I started to miss my mouse flick. It moves faster than I expected, just because I changed my field of view. Because I'm not. What I'm trying to say is to explain the correlation between field of view settings and mouse settings, sensitivity settings. Now, my sensitivity values are the same, fixed values, but I just changed field of view and I'm missing the target. You see, I cannot immediately hit this target or this one. I have to, you see, fix my target, and you see it's moving faster than I expected. It looks like, just because of the change in that field of view settings, this one. Now let me take it back to my original setting value and retry. You see, now I'm more comfortable because this value is okay for me. In the same way, if I increase this value, the same thing will happen. This way, this time my aim will probably, well, the value is not, those two values does not have too much difference, so it will not affect me that much. But such big gap in the number, like 70, dropping from 104 to 70, it's nearly 30% decrease, so it will affect my gameplay. This is my comfort zone. First, we should be able to see the target clearly. So this is how we supposed to set this value according to this basic information. If you can see the target properly at a desired range, then you cannot hit anything. How can you supposed to hit a target if you can't see it properly? Isn't it? So the idea is that, so just find out. This is a very experimental value, and it's also related with your screen size as well, by the way. Screen size, your monitor size, then your resolution. This is something you have to experiment in the game. Find a comfortable value and fix it, to to some value. 104 or 100, these ranges work fine for me until now. From 90 to 110. 90 to 110. These values work fine in this range. 90 between these range. It should be, you should be okay as well. Now, by the way, this field of view value is also important. It's also related about our gameplay style. Now, if we prefer, let's say, close combat, close fight cases, then this low value will give us a disadvantage in close fights. For example, like this. Now, because or I should be able to see him with a better angle. Yes, so I need more distance between the target. More distance between the target and me. If we lower this value, look, I'm standing in the same point. Now this is comfortable fight range for me with this FO field of view value. When I lower this to, let's say, 70, now you see it's almost it's too close, and I may have difficulty in while fighting with him in such close range. Okay, so we have to find a we should also keep this in mind while determining this field of view value. So that's 100, 10% within the range of 100. It's comfortable for me, at least. So that's why I suggest the values between 90 or 110. 10% up or down. So let's assume that this is the optimum value. 100 is okay, fine. Did it change my mouse flick comfort zone? No. So 100 is also okay for me. Okay. Okay, this video is about how to do aim practice. It's not about how to do aim practice. There are lots of videos around. Maybe better videos you may find out, or pro tips, etc. But my main point is this value, field of view, and mouse sensitivity related parameters are the most important values for which directly increase or decrease our gameplay performance. These two values. So the question is, how can we determine these exact numbers, or closest as possible values for our gameplay style and already developed muscle memory. So our task is to determine these values for our already developed muscle memory. Not afterwards, practicing will come afterwards. we will get into this practicing afterwards. Once we have to tweak these values, find the optimal values as close as possible.
Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. But which upgrade, upgrade, upgrade?
Now, I will try to keep these parts as short as possible, since I have to launch AimLab afterwards. I want to mention few other things in this section, which is this firing range is a very good practicing field. Just let's pick some your favorite weapons or whatever. There is another setting in here in video settings section, which is this impact marks. Now it's disabled, so because we don't need it in the game, in gameplay part that much. I mean, what it is about, I'm going to show you now. Impact marks. Now when I hit this wall, we can't see any bullet traces on this wall. When we enable it, let's make it high. Now we can see the bullet traces on the wall. Now, why do we need this? Each weapon has a different mechanics. Its recoil is different, etc. So if we can find out weapons behavior by checking these bullet traces on the wall, we should understand better how to control this weapon. R301, for example. Now, just shoot without touching anything, just fire and do not control your mouse. Just release it. Just fire on the wall. Now, you see that this weapon intends to move this way, slightly upwards to the right. Let's find a bigger wall. So, another shot. Okay, so you see the pattern. You see the bullet pattern here. So I have an idea how to control this weapon. Just in the opposite direction, I have to pull my mouse down to to collect all my bullets in as smallest as possible region, like this. This is enough accuracy, in my humble opinion. Okay, now let's check out Spitfire. There you go. You see the bullet traces, pattern. So what we know is we have to pull down our mouse, and also to compensate this right upwards, we have to pull our mouse in the opposite direction. So similarly, I'm going to try to collect my all shots in in a more in a together at some one point. Okay, not bad, I guess. Okay, this is, I think, again, in my humble opinion, it's good enough. Collect all bullets in such area. Let's try it on dummy target. Not bad. I mean, for me, not bad. It may be funny for you, maybe, I don't know. But it's satisfactory for me at least. You can do it better, maybe already. Everyone has different. Okay, the idea was that the impact mark enable disable. Let's try flatline as well. So this flatline has more complex mechanics, as you see here. It has a very good damage output, but harder to control with respect to other weapons like Spitfire, or just like the same. This pattern looks like same with Spitfire, so just release your fire, release your control, don't control the weapon at first, just 3 shots and weapon starts to travel in this path. So we know what to do. Now we are controlling the weapon and trying to keep it in one. Let's try to create our own scenario in our mind, and for quick aim training. Now imagine this is our battle zone, and we have lots of targets around us, etc. And our objective is to hit each target with one single bullet as fast as possible. This will help us to improve mouse flick and aim quick. By the way, our response time in most of first-person shooter games, our response time is also important, so we have to keep our mouse quick and accurate enough at the same time. Fast and accurate. We have to be able to maintain this balance in the game. Fast and accurate shots. fast and accurate shots. So we should be able to reach our target fast as well. Weapon control. For example, firing continuously. You see, I'm missing a lot of bullets at the same time. The distance is too much. The distance is too much. That wasn't that bad. So when you feel that you are losing the control of the weapon, just release the fire. I mean, stop firing, recontrol the weapon, and start attacking again to save your bullets and have better weapon control. When necessary, of course, not always. If you are sure about you are going to knock down this target with one mag, you can keep firing. So just freely you can create your own scenarios in your mind in this training fire range. By the way, I forgot to mention about mouse DPI. Mouse DPI value. All of these values, mouse sensitivity values, are directly related with your mouse DPI value as well. So when you change your mouse DPI value, these values should be should be optimized, re-optimized accordingly as well. So by the way,
you know, if I'm gonna keep up with the old timers.
Just an idea. I've been thinking about how can we use the benefits of this mouse DPI button. Change mouse DPI button. How can we use it in more appropriate way, or can it be such as now for mid and long range fights for the targets, I need a lower sensitivity value. The lower sensitivity value to be able to, you know, for smaller mouse movements. Now how I can do this is by just pressing my mouse DPI button. Right now it's 1600. Now I made it 800. So with the same amount of mouse movement, I have better precision for a long distance shots, sniper fights, or such things. but this small, so my by just one click on my mouse DPI button,
Better pick an upgrade.
I
You know?
immediately
Keep up with the old timers.
decrease these values by 50%. 50%. Yeah. So the equivalent value has become 1 right now. For 1600 DPI, my equivalent value has become 1 right now. By just changing my mouse DPI. Why? Because I just switch it to 1600 to 800, lowered the value by 50%. Therefore, automatically these values has become 1. This value has become 1. This number is not affected. This number is lowered by 50%. This is the independent multiplier of this number. Mouse DPI is related with this mouse sensitivity value only. This is the multiplier of this value only. So it's not affected. This one is affected. It becomes 1 now. Nearly 1. For 1600 DPI value. So, but this value has a disadvantage for me. This value has a disadvantage for me, because I have to move my mouse more than before for such close range combats, fights. So I'm delaying, you know, I'm staying. I cannot. You see the delay? What I mean by delay, I cannot properly follow the target with this sensitivity now. Which I was used to. See, I'm delaying. I pull my mouse to the left, but I feel like I cannot. So I bring it back to 1600. Now I feel more comfortable. So the idea is, let's summarize, the idea is to be able to flick our mouse faster and accurate enough. Yeah, that's the main idea. In order to be able to achieve this, we have to find the proper values, the best possible optimum values for our mouse sensitivity, which is directly related with our mouse DPI value as well. There's a correlation directly. These are correlated values, and this field of view setting value, this is our comfort zone. We have to determine this first. We should be able to see the target clearly so that we can shoot at the target. If we can see properly, then it doesn't make any sense. It would be just, you know, hits by chance. We don't need hits by chance. We totally be able to have full control. I don't want to hit this target by chance. So that we can talk about the skills or talents, isn't it? Anyway, I'm not I don't claim to be a best player. I'm somewhere like average or below average player, but I believe these information will help some others. So in the next part, I'm going to try to demonstrate how to find out these optimum settings for our mouse sensitivity and ADS mouse sensitivity. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. See you in the next section.